I was folding clothes on the couch, soft socks, my niece's little pajama bottoms with stars stitched into the legs. The whole house carried this warm, nostalgic scent, orange tea mingled with old paperbacks. My sister always had a candle flickering in the hallway, one of those cozy ones that made the space feel wrapped in a hug. Her daughter was singing something from the next room, off-key and mumbling half the words. It was one of those slow, quiet days where you barely noticed the hours slipping away. The floor creaked like usual, but I didn't hear her footsteps. Just a pause. I turned. My sister was behind me, pale, lips pressed into a flat line. She didn't greet me, didn't ask about the cat or dinner or the laundry I was folding. She simply said, "Get in the car." I chuckled, thinking it was a joke. But her face didn't budge. "Don't grab anything," she said. I glanced at my phone on the armrest, my words ready, but she cut me off again. "Trust me." I stopped asking questions. The car keys were already in her hand. Her daughter was already outside. She had known before I did. I didn't even put on shoes. We drove in silence. The sky was turning dim just before dusk, but the streetlights hadn't switched on yet. The clouds had this hollow blue shade, like a memory about to disappear. No sound. No birds. It made my skin prickle, like my body knew something my brain hadn't caught up to. About 3 blocks away, my sister said, "Look at the window." I turned and scanned the houses, the uneven fences, the rusted mailboxes, the barking dog next door, and then I saw it. The curtain in the upstairs window of our house shifted. Just barely. Like a breath behind it. My bedroom window. But we were all in the car. I couldn't speak. My hands dug into the seatbelt. She sped up. We didn't call the cops. Didn't run to a neighbor's house. She drove straight to a cheap roadside motel, the kind with flickering lights and vending machines that eat your change. She locked the door 3 times, yanked the curtains closed, and sat on the edge of the bed with her head in her hands like she'd lost something. Her daughter crawled silently into my lap, trembling. I hadn't noticed before. I had missed so much. I whispered, "What did you see?" She didn't look up. Didn't answer. Just murmured, "It's not the first time." I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing that curtain, swaying gently like someone breathing through fabric. My window. My room. The one I'd been staying in since I moved back. After the job fell through, the breakup, the hollow apartment I walked away from. My sister had welcomed me back without question. No conditions. No judgment. Now she wouldn't even meet my eyes. Around 3 a.m., I slipped out of bed and wandered to the bathroom. I didn't turn on the light, just the faucet. I needed some noise, something familiar. That's when I saw her phone on the counter. The screen was cracked but came to life at my touch. A few missed messages, all unopened. A name I didn't know. And a video. I tapped play. It was black and white, fuzzy. Looked like it had been recorded from a camera hidden inside a vent. The footage showed me sleeping. I was tossing, my mouth slightly open, my blanket slipping. The angle was strange, from high above like from the ceiling. Then something shifted in the corner. A shape. A person, standing just behind the door. Not moving. Not touching. Just watching. Watching for hours. I dropped the phone. My body turned cold. Like all the warmth inside me vanished at once. I stumbled back to the bed. My sister was sitting up now, her eyes locked on mine. She knew I'd seen it. "That was from last week," she whispered. I sat down on the floor. I couldn't speak. Couldn't breathe right. She added softly, "I didn't want to scare you." I laughed, not because it was funny, but because there was nothing else I could do. What use was that now? We stayed at the motel for 2 more nights. She never let her daughter out of her sight. Not even to use the bathroom. On the 3rd day, I went back. Alone. She begged me not to. But I needed to see it. I needed to know if it was real, if anything had changed, if something had been stolen. The door was unlocked. Everything was still there. The orange candle flickering in the hallway. The folded laundry. My phone charger curled neatly on the floor. I walked upstairs slowly. The air was heavier, like it was trying to hold its breath. I opened the door to my room. Nothing out of place. Nothing taken. But the air was cold, and the curtain was wide open. I stepped closer, peeked outside. Nothing. I turned back toward the room, and that's when I saw it. Scratched faintly into the wall above the bed. Etched deep like it had been done with a key or nail. IWATCHEDYO. Not I am. Not I will. Past tense. I backed out slowly. Closed the door gently. Didn't even twist the knob too hard. I moved out that week. Found a new apartment. Bright windows. Top floor. No curtains. Nothing to hide behind. But sometimes I wake up and feel it again. That prickle on my skin. Like I'm being watched. Sometimes I hear the soft whisper of breath that doesn't belong to me. I tell myself it's just trauma. But last Thursday, I found something in my mailbox. No envelope. Just a folded piece of paper. Inside, a grainy black and white photo. Me asleep. Shot from above. I live alone now. And I never, ever close my curtains.